Tidbits from TNT, Wednesday morning the 2nd of October 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. TNT. Tishwash. Economist outlines financial options as oil declines, and warns. An economic expert revealed the options available to the Ministry of Finance if oil prices continue to decline. Salah Nouri told Al Farad news agency. The decrease in the selling price of exported oil affects the Ministry of Finance's commitment to financing the current and investment budget. He explained that the options before the Ministry of Finance are either to proceed with implementing the budget paragraphs, which means increasing domestic borrowing, which in turn affects the liquidity of government banks and the employees' pension fund, which are the lending entities, or to reduce funding for investment projects and some paragraphs of the current budget. He warned that reducing funding and spending leads to economic recession. Nouri continued, from a psychological and behavioral perspective, citizens with limited incomes fear the further decline in prices, which leads to a reduction in their monthly spending. Link. Tishwash. National Union. We are working to activate Article 140 to serve the disputed areas. The Patriotic Union of Kurdistan confirmed that it is working to support and assist the disputed areas and is working to resolve this issue in accordance with the permanent Iraqi constitution. The Patriotic Union of Kurdistan announced, within the program of List 129 for the Kurdistan parliament elections, several points to serve the disputed areas, which are working to activate Article 140 of the permanent Iraqi constitution and implement all its paragraphs, in addition to normalizing the security, military and political conditions in the disputed areas that are going through abnormal conditions due to the repercussions of the referendum. The Patriotic Union stressed that it insists on the share and entitlement of the Kurds, according to the election results, in the administration of those areas and the continuation of assistance to service institutions in the disputed areas, especially the Kurdish areas that were neglected by the administrations imposed on those areas, and support for Kurdish studies in those areas and the acceptance of a good number of students in the universities of the region, and support and assistance to Kurdish cultural, artistic and sports institutions in the disputed areas. Tishwash. Banking advisor. Government committed to opening new horizons for partnership with investors. Wissam al-Mullah, the Prime Minister's representative and advisor for banking affairs, Salah Mahood, confirmed today, Tuesday, the government's commitment to supporting the Securities Commission and opening new horizons for partnership with investors, calling on the legislative authority to accelerate the issuance of the necessary legislation to meet the requirements of the modern market and enhance the investment environment in Iraq. It is a great honor to represent Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani in this event organized by the Securities Commission, Mahood said at the World Investor Day conference, which was attended by the Iraqi news agency, INA, correspondent. This conference represents a vital platform to strengthen ties between the government and investors and highlights investment opportunities available in Iraq. He added, the world today lives in an era characterized by rapid economic changes, which requires activating the role of the securities sector as a major tool to stimulate economic growth. He adding that the Iraqi government headed by Mohammed Shia al-Sudani is fully aware of the importance of this sector as a lever for growth and attracting local and international investments. He pointed out that global experiences have proven that investments are not only an engine for growth, but also a means to develop infrastructure, create jobs, and enhance transparency and efficiency in resource management, considering that the Securities Commission is a vital partner in achieving these goals, as it works to regulate markets and enhance their protection. Mahood stressed the importance of cooperation between the public and private sectors, emphasizing that the success of investments depends on investment partnerships that contribute to mitigating risks and increasing confidence. He explained that there is an urgent need to accelerate the issuance of the necessary legislation to update the legal system to suit the requirements of the modern market, as there must be clear mechanisms to protect investors and facilitate investment procedures, which contributes to improving the business climate in the country. He pointed out the importance of strengthening corporate governance, as building a strong governance system is vital to ensuring transparency, stressing, investors must feel that their money is protected, and that there are effective mechanisms to monitor performance. Ehud called for focusing on education and awareness, as building human capacities and developing skills in the financial sector contribute to creating an attractive investment environment, stressing the importance of holding training programs and workshops targeting investors, bankers and government agencies. He stressed the commitment of the Iraqi government and Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani to providing support to the Securities Commission and opening new horizons for cooperation and partnership with investors, considering that this conference is an important step towards building a prosperous and sustainable Iraqi economy. Tishwash. Iraq's 2025 budget. Will the government deliver on its promises amid growing crises? As the date for discussing the 2025 budget schedules in Iraq approaches, many questions are being raised about the government's ability to meet its financial obligations amidst the growing crises. The Parliamentary Finance Committee, headed by its member Mohammed Nouri, confirmed that employees' salaries are fully secured until the end of this year, but can these statements be relied upon in light of the current economic situation? Despite the committee's assurance that there is no delay in paying salaries, many question the government's ability to address the delay in funding provincial allocations and ongoing projects. Development projects in Iraq have become underfunded, hampering efforts to develop infrastructure and improve basic services. Moreover, reports indicate that the Iraqi government is facing significant challenges in balancing its financial obligations with dealing with economic variables, such as oil prices and inflation. While the Finance Committee hopes to launch project packages in the coming days, the question remains: will these measures solve the current crises or will they worsen over time? Responding to citizens' needs and achieving sustainable development requires a comprehensive plan that goes beyond merely approving annual budgets. At a time when the Iraqi street is demanding improved services and job opportunities, the Finance Committee and the government appear to be in a race against time to ensure the country's financial stability. The situation remains as it is. Statements confirming commitment, but the facts on the ground indicate otherwise. The government will have to face pressure from the street and increasing demands in the coming period, especially with the approach of elections and growing frustration among citizens. Will the government be able to strike a balance between pledges and reality? The coming days will reveal that. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.